good morning. My name is Karen Apple with Acts of Kindness, and behind that camera is our wonderful Julia Richards. We're here to, she says hi. We're here to talk about our June recipient, which is Sharon Southersby, and then her really good friend, Jackie Estes. And we're going to be celebrating you on June 8th. Let me just give you the information real quick so we can get that out of the way. It is June 8th. It's at Johnny's Mitchell Smokehouse at 10 o'clock. And we're going to get into more information, but that's what we're going to be doing on that day. Is celebrating you. And so everyone who knows us and knows about Acts of Kindness knows that we are a ministry. We're a 501c3 ministry, and our heart is to support. And I always like to say that it's Julia's vision was to celebrate women and to support women, to encourage them, especially in their time of need. So that's why we are here today, is to celebrate you. But I wanted to start out with Jackie. And how did you two meet? Now you go to North Point Church?
Yes.
Okay.
We both go to North Point, and a few years ago we started up a cell group, and Neil was our teacher.
Okay.
And we got to be very good friends. We're best buddies now. But he taught our class, and our family and her family got real close, and that's how we met.
So were you new to the church, or you just were a part of it? Because it's a pretty big church. Okay.
She
okay.
was, but I'd been there for many years, and
Okay.
she had started.
I think we were there for 21 years or something.
Oh wow!
like
So
that.
you've seen it grow. Yeah.
Yes.
I've actually been there on a Sunday, and it's amazing
Yes.
teaching that you get. You did communion that day too, and North Point, I think, is really known for a church. If you're looking for a church and you're in that area, which is in Adairsville area,
Yes.
yeah, please look them up if you are in need of a church, because that's a very, very giving church.
It is.
As I know that we've had a handful of recipients out of that church, and boy, let me tell you, they far and above and beyond, and even the pastor being as wonderful as he is. So. But so when you met, you kind of think about how awesome God is, because if we're obedient and we listen to God, He really brings us together, sometimes for a season, for a time, and sometimes for a lifetime. But so you guys have been friends for how long now?
20-some years. 22, 21.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yes.
that's awesome. So let's talk about Neil, your amazing husband. So you already tell them, just beam, you're talking about now. So we know that Neil went home, we know he went home. And how long ago?
It'll be a year Monday, next Monday.
And so we were also talking about your anniversary, because the day that we're celebrating you is June 8th, but
Our anniversary was June 6th.
June 6th.
And it would have been 46 years.
46 years. Wow,
Yes.
that's amazing. So tell us about Neil. What kind of a person he was, or now we only have like a few minutes.
Okay.
Now.
Well, when we met, he had 5 children. I had 2, and we merged the families together. He had custody of his children, and he's an electrical engineer, and he worked on a lot of things that he couldn't even tell me about. He's very intelligent. That's what I miss the most, those intelligent conversations. But he always had a twinkle in his eye and a smile on his face, right? That's what everybody at church says. Even when he was in the hospital over 32 times and had a lot of problems for 10 years, he loved going to the hospital, I think, because he would light up the nurses' lives, and that he would get them to talk about Jesus and the Bible, and he would always have his Bible with him. So to me, he was my hero.
Yeah,
He was great.
So did he had a heart issue, or what was going on?
Well, he went in for a simple operation. He had a heart attack in the recovery room. And from then on, he had lots of heart problems. And then it went to his kidneys, and we had to send him home on hospice.
Oh, goodness.
So, yes, he was in a nursing home. He was in ICU for 5 weeks. He had a real hard time, but you'd never know it, would you?
Wow.
He was always upbeat.
He was always upbeat, yes.
So he always, no matter where he went, he just always ministered to the Lord.
Yes, he did, yes.
He certainly did.
Yes, he did.
If you think about how purposeful God is, and how many people, even the the places that he went to for, healing, seeing doctors and things like that, still he was available for God to use. I just find that just so.
He was.
Yeah, because I mean, we could took the negative and just ho hum and say, well, I'm just wasting away and stay at home and do nothing and not witness to anyone, or we could do the opposite.
Yes.
Because I think it witnesses to people when someone is not feeling well and yet you're still giving glory to God.
Yes.
And someone who's unsaved is thinking, why would you? But you're not feeling good, or because you're not doing well and yet you're glorifying God in it. So it seems like throughout his whole life he just gave glory to God.
He did. Every time we packed his hospital bag, we had to pack his Bible and whatever Bible study he was doing. So we always had that out on his bedside table, and that always started the conversation with anybody that would come.
That's awesome.
But he was also very quiet. He was almost to the point of shy sometimes, except when it came to talk about God.
Yeah, when he was in his comfort.
Yes, and then he was. So, because he pondered a long time about starting a Bible study. But God kept working on him and saying, you need to do it, you need to do it. So we did it.
Oh, that's awesome. I can relate to that. Believe it or not, people wouldn't think so. But I'm an introvert, but you mentioned the Bible and God, and you just get into your just comfort zone.
Right,
and,
right.
You have to shut me up. My husband kind of kicks me on the table. That's enough, honey. But you could just go on forever, and I think that you can kind of tell that with him as well.
Yes.
Now, his kids, are they around? Are they in the area?
My stepson lives near Canton.
Okay.
Yeah, actually in Ackworth. But the other ones are all scattered around. There's one in Florida, one in Arkansas, one in Tennessee, and one in Alabama.
Okay, and are you still close to them?
Fairly close, especially to my stepson, because he came to live with us when we got married, and he was right between. And the other ones were fairly grown.
Okay.
So.
How about your two? You have two.
I have two.
You have a son and a daughter?
I have Sean that lives on my property in a small, a tiny house that he fixed up. And my daughter lives real near me, and she goes to North Point too, and I take care of my 12-year-old granddaughter after school.
Oh, that's awesome that you have your grandkids. How many grandkids do you have? Just
counting all of them?
Yeah, if you're
12 grandkids and 6 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
And I'm ready to be a great-grandmother for the first time, though.
Oh my goodness.
With my grandson.
Yeah. Well, let's get with why we're celebrating you, because you're, I'm sure with your husband, he probably was the main financial.
He was.
Okay. So what are you struggling with?
Mainly struggling with paying bills. I'm still getting medical bills. Still now. It's just been one thing after another.
That can be overwhelming.
And he wasn't able to do anything for so long. How many years? Maybe 2 years?
Oh, yeah. A good 2 years.
A good 2 years. He just got where he couldn't do it. He was just weak. And he'd get up in the morning and just want to sit the rest of the day. And so there are a lot of things around the house I'm learning how to fix. I've learned how to plumb.
Oh, wow.
Easy things, and learned how to saw wood and seal things up.
Right,
so there's a lot of things that need to be fixed that haven't been able to.
Well, I know that it says in the Bible that and I consider it a huge honor and a blessing that when you talks about the orphans and the widows, is that our job as Christians, because we get so focused on evangelizing, but if you read the letters of Paul, he makes it very clear that we're to take care of our church first, and we take care of our widows and our orphans first, and that's why I love this ministry and love how that God spoke to Julia about a vision that is just, she's seeing her vision every single time that we come together. And of course, men, they're invited, and children. Absolutely, they're invited. But we exist, acts of kindness to celebrate women. And this is an awesome time for us Christians, our brothers and sisters, to come together to show you the love of God that you already know, but in your struggles, God uses people, right?
That's true.
To be a blessing. And so this is why we have acts of kindness, and this is why we're here today. So again, I just want to give you some information. Now, the smokehouse can only hold 100 people. And if I know North Point, they're going to come out. So if you are unable to come and you still want to be a blessing, I just want to encourage you, if you would send your, if you send a check, please write it in her name, and Sharon Southersby. That's S-U-T-H-O-H-O.
Like South.
Okay, S-O-U-T-H. E-R-L-Y. We don't have anything, we don't want anything in our name, Acts of Kindness, but you write it in her name, and then you send it to our post office box, which is Post Office 3262, Cartersville, 30120. If you can come on our website, Acts of Kindness, there is a site that you can go to that's called, are we doing that? We're not doing that at all. We're just, people are showing up. Okay.
Well, they're going to click, there'll be a Facebook invitation,
Okay.
and you can click join if you plan on coming. If somebody, let's say you click join and you're going to bring people with you. Mm-hmm. If you'll put a comment in the comment section saying that you RSVP'd and you'll be bringing this person, and that person with you. And please list the names so that we don't have duplicates. We try our very best to provide an accurate RSVP count to Johnny Mitchell Smokehouse to make sure that they can host us well.
Right, yeah, well that makes sense, because they want to make sure they have enough food. But also, if you're able, if you hit join and then for some reason you find you're not able, please let us know as well so that others can come. So again, June 8th, 10 a.m. at Johnny Mitchell Smokehouse, which they have been wonderful that they actually pay for the recipient's meal, so your meal is taken care of. It's $10 per person, $5 per child, and again, men can come and bring your children, love to have you. We are a 501c3 ministry. So I always like to say, if the Lord puts it on your heart to give to the ministry just for administrative purposes, then please give what's on your heart. And again, I want to definitely make sure that everyone knows that 100% of whatever you give in the raffle, whatever you want to give her, 100% goes to you. So thank you so much. I'm just honored to have you, and thank you for putting her name down. And
Very excited.
She's a very special lady.
Yeah. And so please come out and have fun, and we'll see you June 8th.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.